we talk about everything ocean related.
A big thank you to Cooktac, Bayside Garden Supply, and
I still don't know what I'm playing.
We're recording. Every
Whoops.
Wednesday at 2:30 right here on KHUM Radio without the...
You're listening to 104.3 and 104.7 KHUM. Cutton, Eureka, Arcata, and Ferndale, where the noon whistle just went off.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're streaming on the web, KHUM.com. Right now, I have the wonderful pleasure of having Snubby J in here. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you, Bailey?
I'm Peachy Keen. You want to describe RimbaTubes a little bit for those that might not know?
Absolutely. So I have this crazy homemade PVC pipe instrument that I call the RimbaTubes. It's like a marimba made out of tubes. And it's set up exactly like a piano. I've got all the white keys and the black keys. And should I give a little demo of what it sounds like?
Yeah.
And it's great because then I have these two paddles and just hit these open-ended pipes, and it looks really crazy, like a fountain of blood and guts down below. It's painted red, but it's essentially just a bunch of plumbing pipe put together in different lengths.
And why did you decide to put together this instrument?
I was inspired by the Blue Man Group, and they've got these pipe instruments in their show, and I think it's just the coolest thing, so I decided to take it a step further, set it up like a piano, and create my own music and play a lot of recognizable stuff.
Oh, that's neat. So Blue Man Group is not set up like a piano. It's...
No, they've got a different setup to play their music a little easier, but I figured this was the most conducive for what I play.
Okay, awesome. And you play a ton of different stuff. Like you can play like just about any music.
Pretty much, yeah. Because I grew up playing the piano, so I just take songs that I grew up playing on the piano and put it onto this essentially.
Okay, sweet. Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, you want to go ahead and play a tune for us?
I would love to. This first song is an original song of mine that I call Zauberei, which means magic in German.
Have you ever played that tune on a piano before?
Yeah, I think I actually wrote it originally for a piano, and then it was the thing of, oh, if I just take the right hand part, and add in a little bit of the bass line into it, it works really great for the RimbaTubes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. So you have a ton of YouTube videos that have done really well.
I do. That's kind of how I'm known, I guess you could say. Yeah.
Alright, sweet. And so people can just search Snubby J on,
yeah, you search Snubby J, or RimbaTubes or PVC Instrument, or my name Kent Jenkins as well. Like, you can search for any of that stuff and I come up right away.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, nobody else really calls them RimbaTubes.
No, that is my own name for them. That is the thing I think I just got the trademark too for it, which is pretty cool.
Oh, that's really neat.
Yeah, I'm trying to like hopefully get these out into the world so people can also play it.
Well, that would be cool to see a lot of people. That I could see it integrating well into high school bands.
Yeah, right?
Which
is the best.
All right, cool. But you want to play something else?
Yeah, I'll mix it up a little bit. I'll do a medley of let's do some classical music. We'll get some nice music that hopefully everyone will recognize, but it'll give you some cultured music to enjoy on this lovely Saturday. It's like a rockin' classical music medley. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it, and I like the. I never noticed you doing the yeah. That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. But yesterday you ended up opening. Last night you ended up opening for Kingfoot at the
Yeah,
Lager.
that was so fun. It was my first time playing at the Lager, and I did a 30-minute set, and I didn't play either of those things, so that was pretty cool.
That's
but
neat.
I did have a really good time, and all the Dell'Arte friends of mine were there, so it was a really fun show.
It sounds like it for sure. And you usually play, like I've seen you at the Playhouse for the
Mhm.
Christmas show. That's where we met. And then you also you play for schools and that kind of stuff too. And in a lot of Dell'Arte's productions.
Yeah, pretty much all these opportunities that come along, I'm just like, hey, I'm free. Why not? You know, depending on my schedule. With Dell'Arte, we're always busy doing a lot of different shows, but it's fun to get out there, especially my first time here, so I want to make the most of it.
Before you went to Dell'Arte, where did you play? Mostly schools and stuff?
Yeah, I grew up in Portland, Oregon, and then I went to school down in Los Angeles, and so then I started doing some street performing down there and random
That
gigs.
out on the street?
Yeah, and having to drive that out there was like schlep it outside. That was always a crazy adventure, but really fun and made some good tip money as well. So it was a good time. Yeah.
That sounds cool. I would have definitely stopped and watched that.
It's
It's
pretty cool because you hear from down the street and you're like, that sounds really cool, and then you come up closer and you see what it looks like. And you're like, wow, that like is just a really cool visual instrument. And then I like this last medley, I kind of have fun with my performance of it too. So you got all those elements combined for it.
Yeah, and if people, just to give people an idea of how wide this is, it's about as wide as a piano.
Yeah, it's like, what is that, 4 feet maybe? 4 feet wide, and you know, up to my waist level for the height. So it's very much like a marimba xylophone type of thing, but a little wider because it's all 2-inch PVC pipes.
Tubes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this isn't your only instrument. You have another one as well.
I do. I have one up in Oregon, but that one's like smaller and separate sections and doesn't have wheels. This one's a lot more transportable and fits in my family minivan, and that's how I get around town with it. So.
Well, whatever works to transport.
Whatever works, yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, you want to go ahead and play one more?
Yeah, I can wrap it up with a cover of. I actually consider this to be the greatest song of all time. It's a little song called Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen, and I'm going to do my best to recreate it with just 2 paddles. So here we go. Yeah.
And you said last night everybody was singing along to
Yeah, it was a really fun time. I just get the whole audience sing along and just have a good, like, drunken sing-along fest. It's great.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming in today with your RimbaTubes.
Yeah, thank you, Bailey. It's a fun time.
That's cool. So you've had this instrument for what now?
I don't know. Because I built my first one back in 2007, so we're coming up on 10 years of playing this instrument, but then I've had this one since 2010, which I built to take down to school with me in Los Angeles.
Has anyone ever asked you to make one for them?
Yeah, a lot of times. And that's why at this point I'm at that point now where I want to try to, I just create some instructions for it and have the name licensed, so I want to be able to get it out to the world. And it's like I don't have the ability to build a single new one every time for people, because this took like 3 months over a summer to build. Just a few hours every day in the garage with my dad, just cutting off the tiniest little slivers until it's just right. But it's definitely a special, beautiful thing on its own.
Yeah, tuning that thing, you must have to. Whew.
Pretty crazy. We have tons of little slivers in a bag, just a grocery bag full of the little slivers that get cut off.
How often do you have to tune it?
Thankfully, once it's cut and set, it's done. And so, depending on the room and the weather and stuff, it could change it a little bit, but it kind of all converts together. And otherwise, it's all glued in there, set, and I can just take the cover off and start playing right away.
Okay, sweet. Yeah. Awesome.
It's convenient that way.
It is convenient. It just takes forever to get it anyway.
It's really big. It takes at least 2 people to carry it. So.
Well, I videoed this whole performance, and we're going to put it on to the KHUM YouTube page, which will also be on over at our on our Facebook, and then also on our website as well. So people should go and check that out. And then also, in the meantime, you should Google RimbaTubes and check out all the awesome videos. Snubby J, Kent Jenkins, any of that. We'll put it up for you.
Thank you.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, thanks for coming in.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right. I'm going to take a short break, and then we'll get back into some more tunes. You're listening to KHUM.
So, from Ronzo's Garden Supply, we are located south of Fortuna on Highway 101, just west of